the coin Jackpot, more than $118,000 worth of half dollars. And you might be surprised to learn that one of them could be sitting in your coin jar, your savings collection, or even tucked away somewhere your grandma or grandpa forgot about years ago. We'll also take a close look at grading, minting errors, and other details that can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable collectible. Before we get started, let us know in the comments which of these coins you have and which ones you don't. Now, let's start the video. Have you ever wondered if a 1976 half dollar sitting in a drawer could be worth $28,000 or more? It sounds unbelievable. But a few rare examples have reached astonishing prices because of specific errors, exceptional condition, and collector demand. Before you spend or ignore one, let's investigate what makes these bicentennial coins so special. The 1976 half dollar was created to celebrate America's 200th birthday. Instead of the usual reverse design, it featured Independence Hall, making it one of the most recognizable modern U.S. coins. Millions were produced, but not all were made exactly the same. Some left the mint with unusual mistakes that collectors actively search for today. First, let's quickly cover mint marks. A P mint mark indicates Philadelphia production, D represents Denver, and S stands for San Francisco. The San Francisco issues are especially important because some were struck in silver and intended for collectors. Now let's talk about the minting process. Coin blanks are fed into presses where dies strike the design onto both sides under immense pressure. When something goes wrong during this process, valuable errors can be created. One of the most common collectible errors is the die crack. These appear as raised lines on the coin caused by cracks in the die itself. Minor examples may sell for $20 to $150, while dramatic die cracks can bring $300 to $1,000 or more, depending on visibility and condition. An off-center strike occurs when the blank is not properly aligned during striking. Small off-center examples may command $50 to $300, while major off-center errors showing the date can reach $1,000 to $5,000. Doubled die coins show noticeable doubling in letters, numbers, or design elements. These are highly sought after. Depending on the strength of the doubling, values can range from $100 to $3,000 plus. A struck-through error happens when foreign material gets between the die and the coin during striking. These unusual pieces often sell for $75 to $800, with dramatic examples bringing even higher prices. But errors alone don't guarantee big money. Condition changes everything. A heavily circulated coin may be worth only a small premium, while a professionally graded, mint-state example can multiply in value several times over. High-grade silver bicentennial half dollars are especially desirable. And here's the twist. The most valuable 1976 half dollars often combine rare errors with outstanding preservation. That's where those eye-catching five-figure auction results come from. So before you overlook that 1976 half dollar, examine it carefully. The next surprising discovery might already be hiding in your collection, waiting to reveal a value few people would ever expect. What if I told you a 1995 half a dollar could be worth $20,000? Sounds unbelievable, right? Yet a few rare examples have stunned collectors with values that most people never expect from a modern coin. Before you spend or ignore that old half dollar, you may want to take a closer look. The story begins in 1995, a year when millions of half dollars were produced. Most were ordinary circulation coins, but hidden among them were a handful of pieces with unusual characteristics that transformed them into collector treasures. That's where the real hunt begins. First, check the mint mark. AP means Philadelphia, D means Denver, and S means San Francisco. While mint marks alone don't guarantee huge value, they help identify which varieties and errors collectors are searching for. The minting process seems simple at first. Large metal blanks are fed into presses where dies strike the design onto each coin with tremendous pressure. But when something goes wrong during that process, the result can be a valuable error coin. A die crack happens when the coin die develops a fracture. This creates raised lines on the finished coin. Minor examples may sell for $20 to $100, while dramatic die cracks can bring $200 to $800 depending on visibility and condition. This occurs when the blank is not perfectly aligned during striking. The design appears shifted, leaving part of the coin blank. Small off-center examples can reach $100 to $500, while stronger off-center strikes may sell for $1,000 to $3,000. On these coins, Parts of the design or lettering appear doubled due to die creation mistakes. Verified examples can command anywhere from $500 to $5,000, especially when the doubling is obvious. This happens when foreign material gets between the die and coin during striking. Depending on the appearance, these coins often sell between $100 and $2,000. But here's the factor that changes everything: condition. A worn coin may only bring a small premium, while a professionally graded high-grade example can multiply its value dramatically. Exceptional specimens certified by major grading services have reached astonishing prices, with the finest examples approaching or even exceeding $20,000 under the right circumstances. So before you toss that 1995 half-dollar into a drawer, inspect every detail carefully. The next coin hiding in your collection might not just be pocket change. It could be the discovery that collectors have been hunting for all along. A 1994 half-dollar worth $25,000. It sounds like a headline made for collectors' dreams. But certain rare examples have shocked the coin market with surprisingly high values. The question is simple. Could one of these hidden treasures be sitting in your collection right now? Picture this. You're sorting through old coins, inherited from a relative, or found in a forgotten drawer. Most look ordinary. Then one catches your eye. The date reads 1994. At first glance, it's just another Kennedy half-dollar. But appearances can be deceiving. The 1994 half-dollar was struck during a period when half-dollars were becoming less common in everyday circulation. While millions were produced, collectors know that rarity isn't always about mintage numbers. Sometimes the real value comes from unusual mistakes made during production. Before going further, check the mint mark. AP indicates Philadelphia, a D means Denver, and an S represents San Francisco. These small letters help identify where the coin was made and can play an important role when searching for valuable varieties and errors. Large metal blanks move through powerful presses where dies strike the design onto each coin with tremendous force. Everything is designed for precision. But when precision fails, collectors start paying attention. Over time, coin dies can develop fractures. When that happens, raised lines appear on the coin surface. Smaller die cracks often sell for $25 to $150, while dramatic examples can reach $300 to $1,000. This happens when a coin blank isn't perfectly positioned during striking. The result is a design that appears shifted. Moderate examples may bring $150 to $700, while major off-center strikes can climb to $1,500 to $4,000. These coins show visible doubling in letters, numbers, or design elements. Strong examples are highly sought after and often sell between $800 and $6,000, depending on visibility and certification. Foreign material becomes trapped during striking, leaving unusual marks or missing details. Values typically range from $100 to $2,500. Depending on the severity and eye appeal, condition can completely transform a coin's value. A common 1994 half-dollar might be worth very little, but a flawless, professionally graded example can multiply in price many times over. Combine top-grade preservation with a significant mint error, and values can soar toward the $25,000 range that grabs collectors. Attention! So the next time a 1994 half-dollar crosses your path, don't dismiss it too quickly. The most valuable clue may be hiding in a detail most people never notice, and that discovery could change everything. Have you ever imagined that a 1977 half-dollar could be worth $35,000? It sounds impossible for a coin many people overlook, but a few rare examples have turned ordinary pocket change into serious collector money. And today we're following the trail of one of the most intriguing treasure hunts in modern coin collecting. Imagine opening an old coin jar, a dusty box in the attic, or a collection passed down through the family. Among the coins sits a 1977 Kennedy half-dollar. Most people would barely give it a second glance. Collectors, however, know that hidden details can make all the difference. The year 1977 came during a period when Kennedy half-dollars were no longer widely used in everyday commerce. Many were saved rather than spent, creating an interesting situation where condition and unusual minting mistakes became major factors in value. First, look for the mint mark. AP indicates Philadelphia, a D stands for Denver, and S identifies San Francisco issues, usually associated with collector-focused production. Knowing the mint mark is the first step in tracking down valuable varieties. Every half-dollar began as a blank metal plancher. These blanks entered powerful presses where dies struck the design onto the coin. Millions were produced with remarkable accuracy. But occasionally, something went wrong, and that's where treasure hunters get excited. As dies wear down, cracks can form. These cracks leave raised lines across the coin's surface. Minor examples may sell for $30 to $200, while dramatic and highly visible die cracks can reach $500 to $2,500. If a plancher is misaligned during striking, part of the design will be missing. Smaller off-center examples often bring $200 to $800, while major off-center strikes can command $2,000 to $6,000. This error creates visible doubling on lettering, dates, or design elements. Strong double die examples are highly sought after and can range from $1,000 to $8,000, or more depending on rarity and authentication. When debris or foreign material gets between the die and coin, unusual impressions are left behind. These pieces often sell for $150 to $3,500, depending on the size and uniqueness of the error. Condition is everything. A circulated coin may only carry a modest premium. However, a professionally graded coin is exceptional. Mint state condition can multiply in value several times over. Pair a rare error with elite grading, and suddenly you're looking at coins capable of approaching the $35,000 level. So before you ignore that 1977 half-dollar, inspect every letter, every line, and every detail. Because somewhere out there, a rare coin is still hiding in plain sight, and it might be waiting for someone sharp enough to spot it.